They don't know they're playing football these days. We played in 2 inches of water at Lethbridge, I think. We played on Freshwater Creek, onion grass. You couldn't stand up hardly. We used to have 3/4-inch stops in our boots. We didn't have the ordinary boots they got now. They had straps up the ankle and you tied it round your ankle. Saved a lot of ankles too. I remember playing out at Anarchy one day. We went out on Woolnose bus to Anarchy and the fog was so thick. They used to have fogs in those days, it last for days. And they had to relay the scores up and down the ground, the players, because you only see about 15 yards in front of you. We played in rain, we played in mud. Never had a ground like this, never. They're either soft as mud or wet as hell or hard as rocks.
But I've been playing for 9 years. I've just had a lot of injuries. My first season was 2011, but when my brother was playing under 10s, I was 6 years old, and Dan Goodyear, the coach, he put me on for a quarter down in Janja, and I managed to get a mark and a couple of kicks, and I was 6.
When we won the premiership in 2010, one of the players, he was like waiting to go up and get his medal, and he asked me, "Oh, do you want help with my shoulders?" I was 6, and he goes, and I'm like, "Yeah, of course." So when he went up to get his medal, I was up on his shoulders, and I was like cheering and stuff, and everyone was cheering. It was really fun. Yeah, I want to do what my parents do, like volunteer and help and make the club good like how it is now, with everyone helping out and everyone doing their bit. And yeah, just a bunch of juniors coming in, keep playing footy, keep loving it.
1954, I was 15, and our coach was Ivan Bajor, he was president, and I come down and I was sitting outside on the steps, and he come out and he said, "Can you play football?" There was only one there. I said, "Oh yeah." He said, "We're short, will you have a kick?" I said, "Right." He said, "When we get out in the ground," because he's a big strapping bloke, he said, "I'll look after it." The ball come down, I jumped up on his back and took him off. "You can bloody look after yourself," he said.
Now, from the moment we stepped foot in the door, it was just a great country club with great people, and that's continued right through. First game was 1974 over at Leopold. I think we got done by 2 or 3 goals, but it was just fantastic to play my first game. I was given number 36 to wear. I'd never worn it before, but it was a long sleeve jumper which I preferred to play in, and obviously it stuck right through my career, and now with my son Mitchell wearing it, it's a pretty proud number to be involved in the club. Ended up playing 281 games at the club. Was captain for a number of years. Played in 8 grand finals, winning 3, losing 5. And had 3 stints as coaching, and put my hand up to be president in 2009, and for 4 years it was one of the most rewarding and enjoyable times of my life. Being involved as a player in 8 grand finals and winning 3, they were enormous thrills, but I think the 2009 premiership was the most excited I think I've ever been after a grand final. I think it's the people you meet, and just the tremendous number of volunteers and people that help out around a club that's got enormous numbers now, and to make those numbers work you just need great volunteers and lots of them, and I'm an extremely proud life member of the club, and to be part of a group of life members who are and still and still are doing a lot of work for our club. It's just fantastic that the club recognises its history and honours those people who have had a major influence on the history of the club.
My first year when I kicked our first goal, when they had a team for 2 years, and kicked the first goal playing in the back line, so run through the whole ground to kick the first goal. I guess the atmosphere around our club seems to be a lot different from the others. Our clubs really seems to click and a lot just don't seem to bond very well.
Oh, I finished up playing quite a few games, of course, but...
How many?
Oh, 324. About 270 odd in the reserves and the rest in the seniors.
It's just great to see young kids start at Auskick and grow up through your footy club and then play senior football and then see them become fathers and parents and their kids doing Auskick. That they're just, it's a fantastic feeling to see your club grow and your town to grow.
My playing career with Drysdale was one of hope. I was never a star, but I loved football. And I'll be honest, I used to pray that it would rain on Saturdays because the dry weather footballers would not play in the wet. So I knew I'd get a game. They wouldn't turn up and I'd be there ready to put my gear on. He nominated me to be president of the Drysdale Football Club. Frank Edsel and I used to come down here when the old rooms were here, 12 by 12, 2 rooms 12 by 12 with a passageway up the centre. In fact, I can show you where the passageway was on this place. And we used to rake the pine needles out of this joint where the what do you call them, seasoned workers that used to come here picking peas and digging potatoes and that sort of thing, used to sleep in those two rooms until such times as the football season started. We had to, along this side of the building was shutters. Frank and I would get pieces of timber to push them out with. Every Saturday was a different piece of timber because somebody else would decide the timber was better use for them, sort of thing. I can remember when they played with the white and the red V, a red sash also. I used to sit on a tin shed, which is centre half forward of this ground that we have now, and watch Drysdale play teams such as Marnick Vale and Ceres. Such teams that don't exist now.
Maybe they're going with a little bit of a slight breeze. The 3 C's have to stay, right? The concentration has to be there, communication and the care, okay? We're 2 goals up. We need to increase that lead or we maintain that lead when I see you in a half hour's time.
Come on, come on.
We have to concentrate. All right, for the next half hour, stick to it. Don't fall away from it. All right, demand it off one another.
Come on, boys.
Right, at half time in the next 30 minutes, we've maintained that lead or we've increased it. That's your goal for the next 30 minutes. Hard to play against. As I said at the start, it's up to you. All right, stick to it and we'll go down that road and we set ourselves up for a win. Good. It's discipline. It's all in the mind. Demand it off one another. Let's go.